thank you so much for being here today, always, and especially because today is going to be my very first video for YouTube. So I'm so excited for today's reading. We have a 4-card pick a card, and I'm filming this on the full moon during Leo season. So it's an Aquarius full moon. So I thought that it would be appropriate to do a reading all about boundaries because Aquarians are very talented at this, sometimes too much. So perhaps we can channel that energy and see if there are any areas of your life where you may need to be setting boundaries, or if you're struggling with setting boundaries, how can we get through some of those blockages? So I'm really excited to see what comes out in the readings today, and I will show you the crystals associated with each card. You can get a feel for their energy, and then we'll move forward with the reading. So without further ado, we have a flower agate cube for pile number 1. We have a strawberry quartz cube for pile number 2. We have a moss agate cube for pile number 3. And lastly, we have an orange calcite cube for pile number 4. So you can take however long you need with the piles, figure out which one is calling to you, and the timestamps for each one will be in the description for this video and the comments. So if you're choosing pile 1, stay onwards, and other piles, check out those timestamps for exactly where you need to skip to in the video, and I'll see you there. Hi pile 1, so here is your flower agate cube. I'm going to put it right here, and I'm actually just going to shuffle your oracle cards right now to see what comes out. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. You know what? I'm going to take these. So let's see what you have gotten. First card is Commitment in reverse. Second card is Magic Prayer in reverse as well. Third card is Intention. Fourth card is Dragon's Lair. And your last card is Golden Palace in reverse. I'm really glad that I did take these cards because there's a really powerful message here. I think it's really interesting that Intention, which is also angel number 22, is right here in the center of the reading, and it's upright because this entire reading is basically all about the fact that whatever you are intentional with is going to come true. It's really important that you're clear on what you want, because if you're not clear on what you want, you really need to be, because the path forward isn't necessarily going to be easy. You have here Commitment in reverse, which is either a sign that you should not be making any commitments right now, or a sign that there's something that you need to break out of. And Magic Prayer in reverse is about, basically, you have a mindset of my way or the highway with certain things. You might be a little bit too headstrong in this situation. So if you are feeling fed up with something, like there is something you need to break out of, make sure that's not an impulsive decision, because with Dragon's Lair here, that actually is a sign that there is definitely not a safe path up ahead. It's more of a dangerous one, or at the very least a challenging one. So this may be a sign that you do need to get out of something or avoid something, but just take the time to be sure that that is the path you want to go down, because you don't necessarily know what the alternative is, or if you do know what it is, I think you're already aware that that isn't necessarily easy either. But it's also key to make a decision, right? Because the Golden Palace in reverse is about a lack mindset. And that is a mindset. When we are in that, it can really drive us to make decisions that aren't the most informed, or are ones that maybe we'll regret later. So again, you don't want to be doing anything impulsive, driven by resentment towards others or yourself. If you're not clear on where you're going, take some time to figure out where that's going to be, because you don't want to be too rash, and you might pay for it if you don't know, if you're not intentional. So this is sort of a message that it's really worth it to slow down and take that time to figure out what it is you need to figure out. And you know, right? You have intention up right here. You know deep down what it is you need in this situation, but you may not be giving yourself the time, or you may not be honest with yourself due to this lack mindset. So you need to take that time. It's really interesting that you have 22 and 23 reversed as well, because it's like you're stuck. You can't move on to the next step until you get this phase right. So this definitely is a message of not charging ahead. I think you are really powerful. You have magic prayer. You have intention on your side. You just need to be informed. So now I'm going to pull some more cards really quickly. Let me do that. So I have the Gentle Tarot here. Okay, so have your cards. Let's see what we have. So first card is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Second card, Five of Wands uprights. We have 10 of Wands. We have 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay, well, this seems pretty straightforward, right? Pile 1, you have a really big heart, like a big mama bear of a heart, and so much nurturing energy, potential. I don't know what kind of field you enter, what your passions are, but it's clear to me that you want to be a rock for people, and you are really capable of taking care of others, and that also means that you need to be capable of taking care of yourself. And with all of this fiery wand energy here, welcome to Leo season. Yeah, I'm seeing a really big need for boundaries and self-care. Like, here you are as a bear, here are 2 bears literally fighting. So I don't know if there's anyone in particular who's coming to mind who you might need to set boundaries with in your life, but it might even just be yourself, like you fighting you, kind of like that Spider-Man meme, or just looking at yourself in the mirror and yeah, just getting real with yourself. Are you taking enough care of yourself? Are you being fair with yourself? Are you selling yourself short and bailing from something that you know is good for you because you're afraid that you aren't good enough? On the other hand, are you feeling like you need to punish yourself because 10 of Wands is all about stress and burden, and also needing to set boundaries because you're very overworked? You know, something is out of alignment there. So you might be punishing yourself by refusing to leave a situation that is hurting you because you're afraid of what's out there waiting for you. The unknown is scary, of course. But yeah, it seems like there is a big blockage here because 8 of Wands is like a jetpack almost, you know, flying through the air. It's a very motion-filled card, but you have it in reverse. So it's kind of just like the Golden Palace. Your path is blocked so long as you are blocked, and you cannot move forward until you get honest and you set your intention. And once you set that intention, you need to stick with it. You need to believe in yourself, because you are clearly so powerful and have so much magic and love to give to the world. So yeah, should you stay or should you go? I don't know, but there clearly is some sort of large reckoning that needs to happen, and boundaries that need to be set. Whether it's with you being more disciplined with yourself, or you getting real with someone and saying, hey, like, this is not what I signed up for. This is not how I want to be treated. I'm not feeling good in this situation. It's crossing my boundaries in all kinds of ways, and I'm going to need to step back or change the conditions of this contract. But whatever it is, yeah, something's got to give, but you don't have to make any snap judgments about it. Yeah, I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards to sort of round out this reading. Okay, let's close this out. So I have the Inner Child Oracle here. It's a really beautiful collage deck. So let's just get some advice to and from your inner child. We have You Deserve to Be Seen, a beautiful card. And we have Find Your Haven. Yes. Let's go over that. So, find your haven. You are in need of a hideaway, a little piece of magic that is just for you. Remember what it felt like to find a hidden place, one that hummed with its own special kind of energy. Begin to think about where you might connect with this energy as an adult, what it might feel like and look like now. Take steps today to create or find this place. So gorgeous. Yes. I think something that can prevent us from making the decisions we need to make and setting those boundaries is never feeling like we can slow down and find a peaceful place to really meditate on what it is that we need. So perhaps the situation with which you need to set boundaries is creating a chaotic home life where you can't really take that time with yourself. But in that case, can you get away to nature? Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe work is really burdening you and you can do more to make your home a more comfortable place. It should be your haven, your safe place, if at all possible. So that seems like really good advice, perhaps, to really be able to get through a lot of these blockages. And then You Deserve to Be Seen is so gorgeous as well. You deserve to be seen. We each have a desire to be seen, heard, and known. These are natural desires that are crucial to our well-being and the embodiment of our true self. It is nothing to be ashamed of. Give yourself the gift of being seen, heard, and known by yourself and by others who appreciate you, allowing yourself to take up the space you need. Yes. You need to believe that you deserve to be seen, to be able to be confident enough to set those boundaries, right? And to be able to show your gifts to the world. If you don't believe that, if you don't believe that you deserve the best and that you should be able to be your authentic self with the people around you, then, how are you going to show them that or teach them that? You at the very least need to know what it is, and then maybe you can't ask for that outright from certain people or settings, but you can at least know yourself and take baby steps to get there. Not asking outright, but little steps to get you closer to something that would make you happy, something that doesn't look like the 10 of Wands. Of course, sure, this builds a lot of strength, but it's not meant to be a permanent state. No one should be in 10 of Wands for their entire life, or even for a very extended amount of time. So this is the reading that I've received for you, pile 1. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like and hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, please find your haven. I hope that you get to really think on these things, and just know that your intention is the most powerful thing you have, because you can make the reality that you want. It might take some conflict, it might take some boundaries, but you can get there. You just have to know yourself and be honest. So again, this is the reading I've received. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you are watching this, and take care. I hope to see you in another video soon. Bye! Hi, pile 2. I have your strawberry quartz right here, and I'll put it right here for this reading. And let's just get right into it. We're going to start with the Enchanted Map Oracle. I think it's really great. You know, I suppose most decks are about journeys, but this one is really explicitly focused on that, which I enjoy. Okay, let's see your cards. So, first and foremost, we have Wizard of Awareness upright, Mountain in reverse. We have Wide Open in reverse, Sacred Pool in reverse, and Stuck in the Mud in reverse. Let me scoot these over a little bit. As every tarot card reader says, interesting. Yeah, really interesting combination here. I say that this combination is interesting because it's a lot like pile 1, actually, where you kind of have a resounding you're stuck, right? But even more so, this is like really, really stuck. And quite honestly, I'm sensing a lot of pain here, pile 2. Yes, the Wizard of Awareness and the Sacred Pool, as well as Wide Open, shows me that there is some denial here of your own personal power and your ability to improve a situation that is really hurting you. Wizard of Awareness says to sort of step back and observe more and sort of find a way to take things less personally, sort of realize what is other people's business and burden to claim and what is yours to claim. Because with Wide Open in reverse here, something in you is closed off. There's some negative feeling, whether it's jealousness or resentment. Something is keeping you from being wide open, from having your heart open and being open to opportunities. Something has you closed off, and it might feel like a mountain. It's funny, we have like 3, 6 really early on in the journey here. It might feel insurmountable, but is it really? It hurts a lot. I can feel your frustration, but is there more you can do? Are you really being honest, looking at yourself in the mirror? Because it seems like cards are sort of coming for you a little bit, and they're saying there's more you can do here, and it's not fair to you or anyone else for you to deny your own personal power, to deny responsibility or accountability in a situation. And you have almost a duty to yourself and the world to show the spark within you, whatever your gifts and talents are. And so long as you're not addressing this pain point, you're going to remain stuck. You're not going to go over the mountain. You're going to be closed off in some way. And it's really going to be a shame for everyone involved. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards to sort of get into like what it is that's hurting so much and how maybe we can open up. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Okay. So I have some cards here for you. We have the Moon in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Hermit in reverse. Gosh, yeah. Can you say you're stuck or what? Wow. Okay. So I can feel that you would like to be unstuck. Like, as I said, I can feel your pain. Nine of Cups is the Wish card, and it's in reverse. So, yeah, ouch. What's also really interesting is that on the bottom of the deck, you have the Unseen, which is the bonus card in this deck. Really cool. And it looks like there is something unseen to you that is clearly critical in this situation. And that really pairs well with the Moon in reverse, since the Moon, you know, is all about your subconscious and what's hidden. I think you have the answer within you, but you haven't found it yet. So let's see how we can find it. So I actually just checked out the Unseen in the guidebook, and it's really interesting because in the description for it, interesting, we have Wheel of Fortune here, all this circle imagery, even here too. What's interesting is that part of the description was that the only constant is change, and I have that in my about section on this page as well, as of making this first video anyway. And it's true. I think a big part of being stuck is maybe refusing to acknowledge what is changing, what feels like it's slipping through our fingers, or on the flip side, feeling so trapped that we forget that change is always happening and possible around us. So I want to pull a clarifying card for the Nine of Cups because it's the Wish card, and just want to see what it is you are wishing for. Let's see. Ooh. So I pulled Queen of Swords. Sounds like you need some Queen of Swords energy in your life. Queen of Swords is not afraid to say what she's thinking and feeling and what she needs. And I think you kind of have this interesting balance here, which I guess is sort of the theme of this whole reading, so it is pretty fitting. But the Unseen says, you know, all energy is connected and ever changing and swirling around, and you know, there's always something you can find in another person that is a mirror and can be beautiful, and there's more connection possible than we might realize, and more potential for reconciliation possible than we might realize. But on the other hand, and maybe this is more what you feel you need, is that what you're wishing for is this fierceness of the Queen of Swords and sort of this mastery over boundary setting, right? And maybe because you don't feel you have that, you feel more like going into hermit mode, which is isolation and solitude is sort of what the Hermit is about, but in a self-reflective way, to get more in touch with your intuition and who you are and what you want. So really, I think it's up to you. Only you know what is appropriate in this situation. Being optimistic, I would like to think that maybe there is a way you can open your heart to whoever, whatever is hurting you. Take a more, not passive, but see where your feelings, your nervous system responses, your history, or what other traumas could be coming up. See where that might be clouding your judgment or seeping into the situation. So, do you need to bring down the sword? Do you need to cut something off to get free? Or can you transmute the situation? And again, only you can know that. But the path is there, and it doesn't have to be extreme either way, Maybe it's a combination of those things. I'm going to pull some more oracle cards to get just a little bit more clarity for this reading. So let me do that. Oh, okay. We have a jumper right away. So this is the Inner Child Oracle deck. So gorgeous. We have the card, I am. I'm going to read it. I am safe. I am supported. I am worthy. I am unique. I am honest. I am true. I am abundant. I am present. I am strong. I am open. I am wise. I am cared for. I am good. I am accepted. I belong. Now is the time to practice affirmations. Know that you are, and speak the words that you need to hear over yourself now. Yes. Amazing. Amazing. So, maybe it's not so much focusing on the external, on whoever, whatever is hurting you in this situation. Maybe it is more about, again, bringing it back to yourself and your personal power. Where do you have power in this situation? What can you take accountability for? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. Let me pull one more card. Pile 2. Wow, okay. So we have literally set boundaries, which, oh my gosh, all these cute pups. So I'll read this one as well. Set boundaries. Take care of yourself today, lovely. Let yourself set boundaries, say no to that which drains you, and create space within your heart for your needs to come first. These are necessary practices for your well-being and are not selfish in any way. Be wary of anyone who might try to shame you for taking care of yourself. Hell yes. Yes. You love to see it. Wow. Just so many of these circle images. It's so cool. And I love that we have all these boxes together. It's so cute. So maybe it's almost like a cool synchronicity with the Hermit mode. Yeah, taking that time with yourself. So maybe it is more on the side of severing connections or just getting yourself some distance from them. But I think a lot of the time when you try to say these affirmations and walk in your power, there are going to be people who are threatened by that, right? Of course, we just live in a world where we're sort of trained to jump on that and put people down, unfortunately, if we are sort of acting from our subconscious and not a place of intention, especially if we're hurting. So you have to be prepared for that, unfortunately. So it's really hard when you're trying to get yourself unstuck and then you have people who are like bogging you down even more, it feels like. But yeah, ultimately you have more power than you know. You can set boundaries in your life, and if you don't feel comfortable or feel like you can't, are you sure? But also valid. And there's always that other side of things. What can you transmute? What can you reframe? Where might there be potential for changing the state of a situation? Maybe you haven't communicated your needs. Maybe you actually have more opportunity to do that than you think. Maybe it would be better received than you think. So I think pile 2, get clear on what you're wishing for. That means tuning into your intuition with the moon. And yeah, set boundaries if you need to, but I think you can't charge ahead right now. You're gonna need some time in hermit mode, and then maybe after that you can make moves and get free, but you're gonna need to take that time. So this is the reading I've received for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please feel free to hit subscribe. It really means a lot, and I intend to make many more pick a card readings and other tarot related videos soon. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope you are having a wonderful day or night. And yeah, I wish you good luck with everything. Take care, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye! Hi pile 3, I have your moss agate cube right here, and let's just get right into your reading. I'm going to be starting with the Enchanted Map Oracle. It's all about journeys, so let's see what the cards have for you today. We're just going to see what comes out. Ooh. Okay, let's see your cards. So, first card is Home. Second card, Magical Shapeshifter. No, I'm sorry, Magical Map Shifter. Spirit of Place, reversed. Have details in reverse. It's funny because we have clarity right side up in the magnifying glass. And our last card is Slow and Steady in reverse. Okay. Well, I definitely see potential for some boundary setting here, but it's not a done deal. So it seems like you still have to do some soul searching to see what a certain person means to you. I say this because the magical map shifter is actually less about yourself and more about the people in life who change you, ideally for the better. You have it face up, so I'm gonna go with for the better. These people, they can make you feel like the best versions of yourself. They can make you feel safe, like you're coming home, but they don't necessarily need to be a bridge to that, right? Like, it seems like you're not quite sure what a certain person or maybe a group of people are in your life right now. Maybe you're still trying to gauge if they're a good and positive force or not, because Spirit of Place in reverse sort of talks about needing to go more with one's intuition, like you're kind of overthinking a situation and getting bogged down in the details actually is, so these are pretty connected as well. You're getting caught up in what you want something to be, and that may be clouding your vision to see, is it actually what you want it to be, what it seems to be, or are you completely projecting something else over it? And with Slow and Steady, this is just kind of showing like you need to hit the brakes to figure this out, right? You cannot just blow past this because clearly, like, this is an important person or force, or maybe not so important that you can't cut them out of your life, though, but if you do choose to keep them in your life, it seems like this is a very influential person, so you want to make sure that the energy you're absorbing from having this person around is good, and it's making you a better version of yourself and not bringing you farther away from home, from your true north, from yourself, your true self. So this is interesting. And maybe deep down you already know the answer. Maybe you need to hit the brakes and do some meditation. But it also seems like this person has the potential, person or people or thing, has the potential to be great. I mean, the magical map shifter is amazing. It's magician energy, right? It's like pure manifestation and limitless potential. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards to sort of get more into this and see what's going on here. See if we can get more to the bottom of this whole boundaries situation. Okay. It's funny, I kind of like sporadically either take jumper cards or pull from the top or inside, but yeah, kind of just go with where my intuition takes me. So right now I feel called to pull from the top. So yeah, let's see what came up for you. So our first card is Harvest of Wands, which is Queen of Wands. We also have Two of Wands. These are all in reverse. Ooh, and the Magician, also in reverse. That's like two magicians. Okay. And Seed of Wands. So another pile also had a lot of fire energy. So welcome to Leo season. And it's interesting because I always check the bottom of the deck energy. This is Two of Swords. This is also the cover art for the deck. It's so beautiful. Two of Swords is totally my favorite card. And it's all about decisions, right? So you're still kind of like feeling out this situation. So yeah, okay. So there's kind of a tension here because the Magician says that there are no boundaries, that everything is limitless and you're connected to anything, and therefore, you are always manifesting and just like tapped into all the power and energies of the universe, right? But then here we're feeling a lot of doubt, we have all this like reversed uncertain energy here. You want to be the Queen of Wands, and you would like to think that the people around you support you being a Queen of Wands who is, creative, confident, ready to give your gifts to the world and not feeling doubts, but you're not sure. You're here wanting to move forwards, but you can't tell if you're going in the right direction. You're really, really doubting yourself, maybe more than you have to. The answer might be closer than you think, Like the Magician is like, do you even need someone else to bring you that sort of sense of confidence and that feeling of home? Or can you find it within yourself and then trust that you will attract the right people and that you will be able to sense who is right for you? The Seed of Wands is so cute. And I think that's kind of like the path forward here, where you don't have to be a Queen of Wands right now, right? You can be a page. You can say, I don't know everything, but I don't need to, and I know myself, and I am growing to know myself more and more every day, and I can make informed decisions about who's in my life. Because yeah, you're feeling a lot of tension here about the decision to make. And I think I can see why you would be nervous about that, as we all are. No one wants to be hurt. But, you know, at the same time, the answer might already be there, right? Like hidden in plain sight, or maybe you're even turning away from what you already know. So, yeah, take that Leo season energy and feel more confident in your ability to decide how you feel about someone or something, because you already are home, right? And if you're not home, take that time to realign with yourself, and you might find that things are actually clearer than you think. So I'm going to pull some inner child oracle cards to kind of round out this reading. Maybe that would just give us a little bit more insight into what's going on and how you can make informed decisions in this situation. So let me just shuffle that. You have a jumper. Get lost. Interesting. And another one. Be still. Wow, okay. I really like the symmetry here. I think it's kind of mirroring anyway. So let me read these to you first. So Get Lost says, the magic of imagination is calling to you now. Create space to get lost in new and exciting worlds. Read a book, watch a movie, write a story, create a work of art. Let your imagination run wild and do what connects you to the wonderment of childhood, where anything was possible and the extraordinary lay just around the corner. So yeah, like, home isn't literally just home. It's also just a sense of security and belonging, and you can bring that with you anywhere. So maybe getting lost on your journey a little bit will make you trust your ability to find your way back home, literally or figuratively. And for Be Still, right under Slow and Steady, I just think that's so great. Be Still says, to stay needlessly busy is to stay distracted, something that can help us survive our pains and troubles, but it does nothing to heal them. Though it may seem daunting, take the time to be still. Relax and let your senses rest, putting away all sources of stimulus. Let the silence envelop you and let yourself just be. Yes. Like, look at the magician here. They're not worried about, like, anything else but whatever they're up to. You know, there's nothing going on in the background. Like, they're just vibing with their energy, and that's it. And you can be like that too. You don't have to be influenced. You know, someone can be worth being in your life, and also you can sort of tune out what they're saying if it doesn't resonate with you. Like, it doesn't have to be a polarizing thing, you know? So you also get to decide what you take in, and being still, creating sort of that baseline of peace inside yourself, can help you stay grounded in moments that are upsetting or questionable or triggering. And yeah, that can be a great way to build trust in your intuition and gain more insight in these situations. So pile 3, that is the reading I have received for you. I hope you have some time to get lost and also be still sometime soon. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you in another video soon. Bye. Hi, pile 4. I have your orange calcite cube right here, and let's just get right into your reading. So today I'm going to be starting with the Enchanted Map Oracle, all about journeys. So let's see what the cards have for you today, or what card Spirit has for you today. I love it. Wow, we have exactly 5 jumpers. Okay, let's see your cards. First card is flying. Second card, education. Third card, one ring circus. Fourth card, gentle gardener. And last card, cleaning house. I was like, are they all gonna be upright? People have been having so many reversals today. But there you go, you have one. Okay, interesting. These cards here really tell a story because flying speaks to getting a higher perspective and stepping out into your journey confidently and knowing that you're protected in doing so. You know, wow, I just noticed the 2 moons here. That's cool. Education is a pretty straightforward one. It's being open to all the sources of knowledge and, you know, knowing that we don't know it all yet and that everyone and everything pretty much has a lesson to teach us. And it's cool that you have one ring circus at the center here because this card is all about being confident in yourself, and what comes along with that this also speaks to is boundaries. It's understanding where you end and someone else begins and vice versa. You know, right here, they're not getting enmeshed in anyone else's business, right? Like, and you don't have to be isolated either, like this shows. So it's being able to be exposed to other people's energies because you can't just completely isolate yourself. But when that does happen, you can manage that without getting overly triggered and retreating. And if someone is triggering you, you can reserve the right to clean house. The gentle gardener is reminding you that, you know, you have a lot of power, more than you know, or maybe even more than you care to admit, in creating your reality. And of course, there are plenty of things that can't be changed or that it's way too risky for you to push back against. But have you exhausted all your options? Is there something, some perspective or information that you're missing with regards to dealing with any of these situations that could be challenging you? Because, you know, the one ring circus, you already know so much and you've traveled such a far way, but there's always more to learn. And if you feel like you're struggling with boundaries, then there probably is more information out there for you that could help you deal with the people or things in your life that are triggering you. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards to sort of flesh this out and take a closer look at this situation. So let me do that now. Ugh, I'm sorry, pile 4, if the camera setup keeps changing. I just have a wonky situation, so apologies about that. But I do have your cards shuffled now. I'm using the Gentle Tarot. It's an amazing deck, but let's see what it has for you. Yeah, let's just get into it. First card is Queen of Cups. Second card is 7 of Wands. Okay, reversed. Third card is 4 of Cups. Fourth card is Root of Stones. And then I was feeling a 5th card. So that is 8 of Swords. Yeah, stones are pentacles. Also, sorry, I forgot to auto sort of shift that over. But okay. All right, we have another crescent moon, which I think is really interesting. I'm definitely getting like big ouch ouch energy here because, Yeah, I'm sorry, pile four. It seems like you really have been through a lot. Seven of Wands is like someone ready for a fight at any moment. You know, that gives me like survival mode, triggered energy. So that definitely is not state you want to be in all the time or for even extended periods of time. Yeah, this really looks like someone who is afraid to be hurt. You have Four of Cups here. I mean, that is like very straightforward. And then Eight of Swords reversed is sort of like having yourself in your own. Oh my gosh, another crescent moon. Whoa. Not that cool, but interesting for sure. Yeah, Eight of Swords is sort of being trapped in your own mind prison. And yeah, that's like feeling like you can't clean house. That's like feeling like you're trapped in your own house and you can't even get out because you're afraid of being hurt by people. So I'm sorry that that might be the case. What I think may be important for you to remember, pile four, is that you're the Queen of Cups, okay? Like, that is wonderful energy to have. And, you know, she says, you've got this. You are ready to fly. You don't have to be afraid. Or if you are you in touch with the emotional reality of this situation? Have you taken the time to figure that out? Have you gone too far and now you're too self-absorbed or too isolated? What are you so afraid of? And because when you're in that state, it's hard to make an accurate assessment of someone or something, or how we are in relation to those things. So she kind of says, like, let your guard down. You can lead with empathy. Do you have to be so worried about being hurt? Because you are so strong. You've already made it so far with all of this perseverance. And I mean, you've clearly just overcome so much. So can you change your perspective to celebrating that? And yeah, because it's just so easy to blow past things like that and not honor them and not remember how powerful you really are. You don't have to feel trapped, you know? Like, there are some things that are unavoidable, and then there are other things that are self-induced. And, you know, even if you feel trapped in your house, you can still kick things out, right? And then get that cleared up mind space to feel wiser and to maybe get to the point where you're ready to venture out of the cave of like hermit energy is kind of what I'm getting from this as well. So, and it's interesting, these four moons, because the moon is all about the subconscious and intuition. So it really just begs the question, are there things from the past that you're bringing into this that don't need to be here or are not what is actually happening? Are you so caught up in your own mind and emotions, your feelings here, that you are forgetting that there are blessings all around you, that you already have had the opportunity to learn so many lessons, and that sometimes it's a blessing to be able to choose who you want or what you want in your life at all, you know? Like, you have options here, and that alone can be beautiful, even if making decisions is hard. It's interesting that these are pretty much like opposite energies. This is like total freedom, and this is like just a lot of dense energy. So there's definitely a lot of tension there. I want to pull some oracle cards, so let me do that. Ugh, I'm sorry, pal, for my phone decided to not record this last part, and I was so fired up about it and excited for you, but that's okay. I will tell you all about it once again. So your cards were Practice Freedom, which I thought was beautiful with the bird and flying energy right here. And the other card was Gratitude Brings Abundance. And I was like, what was I just talking about? Because I didn't say that exactly, but being so caught up in yourself and what hurts, you can miss a lot of the abundance around you. It's amazing to even have an excess of things to clear out in the first place. So let me read what these actually say. First one is Practice Freedom. Judgments that have been placed upon us by ourselves or others can shackle us, stealing our joy and will to live. Take time to remove these judgments, writing down what you have believed in the past to be true. Do not let these judgments define you. Release personal mistakes and criticisms, practicing forgiveness with yourself. That has a new meaning this time around, since I'm like, shoot, I didn't record that last bit. Gratitude brings abundance. The act of gratefulness is a door that leads into abundance of spirit and heart, allowing us to more deeply enjoy this life that we live. Set aside time today to remember all that you have to be thankful for, inviting your feelings of gratitude to overflow every part of your being with their dazzling warmth and light. And now maybe something I didn't focus on enough last time was that can be an annoying thing to hear, right? Not everyone wants to be told to be grateful. I know that doesn't always feel like the most productive advice, especially when you're hurting. But yeah, let's just bring it back to the Practice Freedom over here. Are you being so hard on yourself that you feel like you don't deserve abundance, right? Because you do. Maybe you even have judgment with yourself about not feeling grateful because you know you have abundance in your life. And that's hard too. That really is. But you know, again, like even if you don't feel confident enough starting out, you can still clear things out of your mind space, right, without leaving the house. And then maybe you'll be confident enough to fly off like this at one point. Honestly, Pile 4, like you've already accomplished so much. It sounds like you just need to believe in yourself to be able to take that next step, to venture out of the cave and begin to fly. It seems like these cards are saying to lean into what feels good, right? Like if you're still feeling doubtful, does it make you feel abundant? And if the answer is yes, then that's at least a hint about where you're going or where you could go. And you know, I think gratitude and an abundance mindset is a great way to release judgments of yourself, judgments from others in the past. That can be completely immobilizing. But you know, Pile 4, you are so capable. You really are. And it's amazing to even have things to choose from in the first place. Like you have options. I would just say, if you're still feeling trapped, follow what makes you feel abundant. Follow what makes your world feel larger, right? Follow what makes you feel free and not small and not trapped. And you might need to have less walls up than you think, because Queen of Cups energy can really bring out the best in people, the most empathetic sides of people. One thing I like to say is stay grateful to stay graceful. And I think that really applies here, because that can make you feel lighter and more dexterous and better at navigating situations, because you're both grounded and taking off. So Pile 4, this is the reading I have received for you today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like and hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And yes, I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and take care, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Bye!